Now I want to talk about the difference between pain and injury. Now, obviously, if you're having pain or injury, you want to make sure you're consulting a physical therapist or a licensed medical professional. I am not. I'm just a dumb personal trainer, so don't listen to me for anything. But the reason we're talking about this is because it's very important for you to understand your body. One of the things I see all the times is kids who don't have the idea of how to ask a better question, and they go, my knee hurts, I'm slow, I want to dunk. And it's like, okay, these are good starts, but you need to be able to explore and think about yourself in a more direct way so you can gather information and help someone else. Because don't think that just because your knee hurts, you're gonna go to someone and say, knee hurts, and they're gonna be able to tell you what's going on. There's all kinds of different ways that pain and problems present, so you need to be able to ask yourself and see what's going on, what's causing injury. Now, the biggest difference between pain and injury is that pain is a broad spectrum of a response to any type of discomforting or stressful situation. We can be in pain if we're experiencing a ton of emotional, mental stress, but that doesn't necessarily mean our body is problematic. Injury is when something is physically wrong with your body. There is a contusion, a bruise, a break, a fracture, a tear, or a rupture of some portion of tissue in your body. Now, the thing with injury is that it can be acute and chronic, meaning acute can be something that happens at one time, you got hit and you tore your ACL because someone ran into your knee, or it can be chronic, I'm doing too much of one thing or I'm moving poorly and so now I have knee tendonitis or elbow tendonitis. Now, those are injuries, and that means there's something that is wrong that requires healing and a different path. Pain doesn't necessarily mean anything is wrong, it just means that something is happening in your body, so that's your body's sensation. Now, understand, just because you're experiencing pain doesn't mean that's a bad thing, and you don't always want to just take a pill or something to get the pain to go away every time you have some sensation. This is why it's really important to not overuse things like Tylenol or Advil, because they are masking the pain, and that can stop giving you feedback on what's going on. Pain is your body's way of giving you feedback to something is not right or something that needs to be paid attention to. But that doesn't necessarily mean something is wrong, it just means, hey, this is going on, are you aware of it? So don't be afraid of pain. Use pain as a guide to help you figure out what's going on and what's better. If it feels better after I warm up and get blood flow to it, and then it feels great when I'm moving on, that could be a general stiffness or tightness, or you're recovering from being sore after workout. But if it gets painful again after I stop moving, that's going to be indicative of an overuse injury. So something that you're feeling all right when you get blood flow to it, but you're stiff and you're tight and your joint has become problematic, the tissues have become irritated. Just because you go to physical therapy for your hurt knee does not mean it's going to get fixed. You are the one that has to do something. It's not like taking a car to a mechanic where they can just change the oil for you. You have to be the one to feel and to be able to understand what's going on and be able to think about what joints and what muscles should be working. You are the one that has to take ownership of that. So the first thing you can do when you get pain is to think, is this pain or is this injury? Now, if it's pain, what is this telling me about my movement or my situation? And if it makes sense, meaning I'm exhausted and I'm in the last rep of a conditioning set, okay, good. Then I need to be able to do that. But if it's not, if it's pain that's getting worse as I'm moving, or it's not feeling better, or it's getting worse after I finish training, those are going to be signs of an injury, and those are things you want to stop and get rest and start to consult a professional to heal and to get better. For all of these things, I have a resource here, the Joint Pain Prehab Rehab resources, that's going to be good to help you educate yourself as you go through this process with a professional. But understand, it is on you. You have to take ownership and be the one to want to be a high-performing athlete, and that starts with learning your body.